We begin tonight with the backlash against President Trump. Several of the nation's top CEOs from companies you'll know, Campbell Soup, Pepsi, Walmart, bailing on the president's business councils. It comes amid the president's response to Charlottesville and his newest comments saying both sides should share the blame, that there were very fine people on both sides. And tonight, many studying the president's chief of staff, General John Kelly, his face appearing to wince there as President Trump delivered those words. Was the White House blindsided on this? ABC's Mary Bruce leading us off.
He sold himself as the businessman president, able to harness the power of corporate America. But tonight, some of the nation's top executives are turning their backs on President Trump. The tipping point, his comments suggesting the white supremacists in Charlottesville should share the blame with the protesters opposing them. Mr. President, are you putting what you're calling the alt-left and white supremacists on the same moral plane?
I'm not putting anybody on a moral plane. What I'm saying is this. You had a group on one side and you had a group on the other, and they came at each other with clubs, and it was vicious and it was horrible. Well, I do think there's blame. Yes, I think there's blame on both sides. You look at both sides. I think there's blame on both sides.
The president going so far as to defend some of those who took part in the white nationalist rally.
Excuse me, they didn't put themselves down as you, and you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
Those comments did not sit well with many CEOs on the president's business advisory councils. Already, some were jumping ship. The first, Merck CEO Ken Frazier, the only African American on Trump's manufacturing council. Monday, Frazier quit the council, saying America's leaders must honor our fundamental values by clearly rejecting expressions of hatred. The president fired back, tweeting Frazier will have more time to lower rip-off drug prices.
Why do you think these CEOs are leaving your manufacturing council?
Because they're not taking their job seriously as it pertains to this country.
On Twitter, he added, for every CEO that drops out of the manufacturing council, I have many to take their place. But that didn't stop the stampede of departures. Today, the CEO of Campbell Soup leaving, saying racism and murder are unequivocally reprehensible and are not morally equivalent to anything else that happened in Charlottesville. I believe the president should have been and still needs to be unambiguous on that point. And now a key White House advisory council of top CEOs has voted to disband. Powerhouses like Pepsi, GE, IBM, and Walmart. The CEOs called the White House to inform the president of their decision, and he quickly put out this tweet. Rather than putting pressure on the business people of the Manufacturing Council and Strategy and Policy Forum, I am ending both. Thank you all. The saga is taking a toll on the White House. Among some of the president's inner circle, a sense of exasperation. The president's new chief of staff, John Kelly, spotted at that combative off-the-cuff press conference, staring down at the floor, at times seeming to wince. The political fallout has been swift. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham saying the president took a step backward, adding, your words are dividing Americans, not healing them. And today, a joint statement from Presidents Bush 41 and 43. They stopped short of naming President Trump, but made it clear America must always reject racial bigotry, anti-Semitism, and hatred in all forms. The chair of the Republican National Committee now out on damage control. On GMA, David pressing her on a key campaign pledge.
As you know, during the campaign, then candidate Donald Trump repeatedly made a promise that he would be able to unite the nation better than Hillary Clinton. He said he was the unifier. I want you to listen to this.
I think the thing that will surprise people, I'll be a unifier. I think I'll bring people together. And that includes blacks and whites and everything. I think people will come together.
Do you think what he said yesterday unified the American people?
I think condemning white supremacy and KKK and neo-Nazism was a first step.
Sharing the blame is what he said yesterday.
I don't think comparing blame works in this situation.
And she had her own message to white supremacists. The Republican Party doesn't support you and doesn't want your vote.
She was very clear on that. Mary Bruce with us live tonight. And Mary, as you reported, the president was quick on Twitter to frame all of these CEOs leaving in his own terms.
Yeah, David, the president was quick to try and get ahead of this, but the fact of the matter is one of these panels was seeing an avalanche of departures, and the other, we've learned, had already decided to disband and informed the White House of that decision just before the president sent that tweet. David.
Mary Bruce leading us off again tonight.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.